Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we've got a game that I feel a lot of people know and love. One of the few well-done racing games out there. Especially early on. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but we're going to jump in and have a little fun. Again, I'm not a huge racing fan, but this one is still controls are tight. I'm sucking immensely. Oh, wrong thing there. Almost too tight. Like every little thing definitely moves your craft. And I start off to. My biggest thing is I never bother with braking because who needs brakes? Fuck it, we ball. Cut that a little too close. We do seem to have a little bit of rubber banding, obviously, because there's no way I should be anywhere close to this with as much issues I had to be second right now with first place in sight. Definitely doesn't make any sense. Like, to be already in first place after as atrocious of a thing as I've done, like you can tell, obviously, that definite rubber banding going on. But it's just a good quality game. Takes a little getting used to, obviously. Controls are almost too good because you do wind up all over the place. I'm sure braking and everything will probably have a huge difference on this, but yeah, there's no reason I should be in first place again. The fact that I won is is not a good thing. But almost, like I said, the game is well done. I mean, I think everybody's fairly familiar if we're anywhere in the era of Super NES. Very, very used to playing. I think this and then Mario Kart were the two major, if not pretty much only real racing games. This one's more pure racing, where Mario Kart is, you know, using a lot of the various weaponry to do stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot I have turbo. To be honest. I never really did play the game because, again, I was never a racing fan. It's not my thing. Mario Kart is the exception because it's a lot of fun playing with your buddies. And it's one of the few games that the ladies like to play, especially back in the day. Like, oh, gameplay, yeah, but then they'll jump on playing Mario Kart for whatever reason. So it's like Mario Kart was the one thing that, you know, you could do with your lady friends or whatnot. back before Netflix and chill, it was Mario Kart and Kick It. But once you get in your rhythm and you start actually using the controls as you're supposed to, I say that and then I screw up. Final lap. I think we've stayed in first place pretty much this entire race. We really did do a lot better than our initial showing the last race. But with all the racing games we've had on this channel, probably one of the best. And like to this day, like it is still a great game. It's why they brought it back way later on and made it extreme. But all in all, a very fun, basic little racing game that's more about the racing than it is about the gimmicky, like mushroom shells and all the stuff that Mario Kart does. But Mario Kart adds that whole a different element and just a whole different kind of gameplay. And I think these are the two mainstays of racing games. Yeah, we've seen a million different ones on here, way more than there should have been on Game Boy and everything else. And honestly, most of them fall very flat and very short as to being any decent playable game. Like they've had a couple of them that are fairly okay. I mean, if you're a huge racing fan and you need variety, I can understand that. But if you like racing games with some friends and you only want one or two games, then you know the two that you're going to go with. And pretty much everything else pales in comparison. Excuse me. So all in all, F-Zero, great racing game, fun thing. Even though I'm not a big racing fan, it's still enjoyable. And I can see sitting down and spending some time playing it over and over again here and there. It's not a game that I would devote a lot of time and effort into, but definitely something to hang out with and play. Sit down with a buddy and race, together and stuff like that. Back when you actually used to be in the same room and on the same console as your friends, so you could sit there and joust with each other and screw around, have fun, do all the things, order the pizza, just hang out and actually have like interaction. Yeah, you have all this interaction nowadays online with mics and everything, but you're not really interacting. You're in your, stuffy little basement with your headset on in the dark playing. You're playing with friends, but you're really not. And it's a totally different thing than it used to be, where they'd be in the same room and you'd be passing controllers, joking around, having a good time, just splurging on all kinds of junk food and just fucking around, and everything. And I think that it really loses something nowadays with everything just being online and not having that like actual interaction that you normally used to. But still great game, good time. So with that being said, guys, thanks so much for joining. Until next time, you guys have a good one.